take me forever to do small little roof. Well, we got a dormer, we got a lot of stuff happening. But as soon as the panels are all, or the trim's all on, the panels just, be surprised. And that's why I said, when you're bidding a job, your trim work is gonna take the longest. And if it's a very cut up roof, it's gonna take you a while to get all that trim on there. Figure that in. You think it's gonna take you a week to do, a house with 2 or 3 dormers, some valleys in it, and your porch roof has a little bit of a pitch change? Well, you might wanna figure maybe 2 weeks. A crew of 4 or 5 guys, just to be safe, a week and a half even. If you're good at if you know what you're doing, a week and a half, you can probably have that whipped out. I'll show you some of that stuff, because when you're going up and over a dormer, if you come up in here, this side is square, this side isn't square, and you got your measurements, you gotta figure out where your square is, and you get your measurements over here. From this point on, you can take your panels and I guess I'll just show you quick. Wow, that mark where? Yep. Oh no, right there, right where you're at. So I am making a mark where my panel should fall at. Well, no, because I'm going to get ahead of myself here. Hold right here. 16, 32, 48, 64, whoops, 64. We're going to be right there. Just come this way, 4 inches.
About 4. You're about 2 now.
Yeah, right there. Okay, hook on the edge. 88. Make a mark down there, 16 Caleb. Off of that. There one there. Chalk line. Down there on the pallet. Okay, that's approximately where that panel is going to be. Everybody see that? Yeah, center rib, center rib. 22. Okay, so to answer your question, how much, you can't get a whole lot on each panel. You might get an 1/8 because you have to your panel has to lock in, and if you stretch it too much, you're going to get this too wide, and you're not going to have that resistance you need to keep that clip together. Does that make sense? So having marks on the roof at multiple locations, kind of an idea where your panels are going to run, that'll help. So you're running your panels and you check a couple times to see how you're running, if you're running true, if you're not running true. And if you need to tweak it, it's better to get it ahead of time before you get to the very end here, and while you're 1 inch at the bottom and 2 inches at the top. This stays pretty true. As long as your first panel is on right, it runs pretty true. Once you get into doing around dormers and all that, you're going to run into some things where it might tweak a little bit, but as long as you got marks on your roof where you're wanting your panels to go, just reference points, It's not going to be, well, this is where it's supposed to end up, but just reference points that are off your square line. That way you get everything to stay with that, then you should be good. Having your rib end up right in the valley? Well, so that's the whole thing. So you have 16 inches of panel to work with. So you want to try and make sure that your rib either ends up underneath your soffit or then back. If you end up with a rib, if you end up with a rib right in the valley, then I would just probably throw in the towel and go, oh no. With measurements, placing your panels with the dormer.
If it is in the middle of the rib on both sides, you can move it.
Oh, in the middle of the rib? Yes, you have room to move. Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, he wants to know if making sure that their panel, the rib doesn't end up, well, it's good on this side, but my rib on the other side ends up right in the valley. That's the whole point. You got the 16 inches that you can move. Well, you're actually going to have 16 inches minus 3, so you're going to have 12 inches. You can move the panel one way or the other to make up. Not in a perfect world, have 6 inches here, 6 inches there, everything looks great, but that's not going to happen. You might have 3 inches here, you might have 1 inch over there. You have 2 inches here, 2 inches there. You have 3 inches here, 8 inches over there. Because in the next dormer, you're going to have 2 inches and 3 inches. Correct. Yeah. And then if you needed to, yeah, you got short enough panel here, you can't, and you got a 8-foot dormer, you can get a little bit of room in the bottom side and the top side. Hey, thanks for checking out these videos. Hope what you learned was very valuable for you. If you've got any questions or comments or would like to see something else, please reach out on our email or on our website. Thank you.